Namaste viewers, welcome to Sri Ananta YouTube channel. Swamiji, could you please tell us about one more Upanishad called Ishavasya Upanishad?
Embodiments of love. Today I am going to share with you one more Upanishad called Ishavasya Upanishad. And this Upanishad is dedicated to Rishi Yajnavalkya, and it is the part of Shukla Ayurveda consisting of 18 verses. This Upanishad explores concepts such as the nature of supreme reality, that is Ishvara, the relationship between individual soul, Atman, and the universal conscious, Paramatman, and the path to spiritual realization. It emphasizes the idea that everything in the universe is pervaded by the divine and encourages individuals to live a balanced and ethical life. The Isha Upanishad is widely studied and revered for the profound spiritual teachings. And it is considered as one of the most significant Upanishad, and especially the verses, two of the verses of this Upanishad are considered as most. That is the verse 1. What it speaks about is Ishavasyamidam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Ishavasyamidagum means that universal consciousness is pervaded everywhere, in each and every atom. So this is what the first reference in the first verse has been given in the Vedanta. So it means what? The aspirant should learn that the God is pervaded everywhere in the form of energy. He is not different from anything else. Whatever we see or whatever is seen, everything only He. Tyene tyaktene Bunjita Magrataha Kasya Swedanam. So, I would like to translate here. Once again, everything in this universe is enveloped by God. Enjoy your life by renouncing desires for wealth. Do not covet the possessions of others. So, every aspirant must have this in their mind, that they should not desire for others' wealth or others' portion. When you have that in your mind, you cannot see the divinity in everyone and in his every creations. This verse reminds us that everything in the world belongs to the divine. So we are not the doer. The person who has created this universe, he is the doer. And we must detach ourselves from the material desires and greed. Why it has been emphasized? The reason is that when we descended to this earth, we have not brought anything, we have not created anything. Only because of His divine will, everything has been created. And when we seize this body, we seize all the material attachments, whatever we had, that in this world. So where from it belongs to us? That's what the first verse of this Ishavasya Upanishad speaks about. The fourth verse, it speaks about the unmoving. It moves faster than the mind. What moving faster than the mind, when you ask? It is that energy which travels very fast than the mind. The senses cannot reach it. It precedes them, remaining static. It outruns all runners, and it is far beyond and yet near to everyone. So this fourth verse speaks about that energy, although it is inert, still it is beyond. When it travels, it fast moving, and it cannot be controlled by the mind also. So something is faster than your mind. It means it is that energy which is pervaded everywhere. So again, in the fourth verse of this Ishavasya Upanishad, what it highlights about that energy which is pervaded everywhere and which can run in a nanoseconds and pervade everywhere, that is that Supreme who is the doer. So here any aspirant, they should understand that the doership is with the God and not with the self. So, this work describes the transcendental nature of the divine, emphasizing that it is beyond the grasp of the senses and the mind. It highlights the omnipresence, omnipotence of the divine, existing both beyond and within everything. These verses from the Ishavasya Upanishad offer profound insights into the nature of the divine and provide guidance for leading a virtuous and content life. Now let us come to the quintessence of this Upanishad. How it has been summarized in the following points. Let me narrate you. The first point is oneness and interconnectedness. Oneness in what form? The Upanishad emphasizes that the divine essence referred to as Ishavasya is perfect in everything and everyone. So it is inert. That energy is inert, so it is pervaded everywhere. That is oneness. And it is interconnected with all the objects, whatever we perceive other than the self. Now, I am self means around me, whatever I perceive, even whether it is inanimate or animate. Animate in the sense, for me, it is an object. When I perceive something, it is an object. So, that interconnectedness, how it is interconnected, the very same energy I perceive in the animates. The very same energy I perceive in the inanimate. So, when all these perceiveness or a concept, what we call the same concept, is pervaded everywhere or inert everywhere, that is interconnectedness. And the second point of the Upanishad, what it emphasizes about righteous actions and consequences. Why Ishavasya Upanishad emphasizing righteous actions? The principle of karma, stating that our actions have consequences. Everyone, we know very well that when there is an action, there will be a reaction and consequences also. So, whenever you are in this universal consciousness, you should aware about one thing. What is that? If I harm someone, I will get back the same result. If I do something good to others, I will get the same results from others. So, in this manner, it makes us recognize what we get. And thirdly, the balance between the material and the spiritual life. Most of the people may not have this balance of mind. What they think, that I need to possess everything. That is covert nature. I want to possess everything from others. If regarding the spirituality, if they could not have any growth, they never bother for that. It is incorrect. And in spirituality, what all this Vedanta speaks, whenever if you come across any challenges in your life, accept it. And that mind will never accept. In materially, if they lost something, then also they cannot maintain the mind balance. And spiritually, if they want to gain some knowledge, and if it emphasis on the balance of mind and accept the challenges of life, again they cannot maintain the balance. So aspirant should always think about this, and they should have a balanced state of mind, whether it is in the life or it is in the spiritual path. Next is the pursuit of knowledge. Upanishad encourage individuals to seek knowledge and wisdom. So, if you want to be a perfect aspirant, first of all, the in-depth of knowledge, whatever may be the subject, in-depth of knowledge is most important. It emphasizes the importance of self-reflection, introspection, and the pursuit of spiritual understanding. Why always the Isha Upanishad emphasizes on spiritual understanding? The spirituality here, it means that the energy one and the doership is one, and that doership or that energy which is pervaded or which is inert in everyone, that can only lead to liberation, to attain liberation or the true fulfillment, has been mentioned in that. And finally, it comes to surrender to the divine. Unless you are not surrendered to the divine, why this surrender? Even in my earlier episodes like Bhakti, when I spoke about the Bhakti, in that the Navaveda Bhakti, the last stage is absolute and unconditional surrender, which is very difficult. Many of us, we feel, why I need to surrender to someone when I have my mind, my intelligence, my conscience, everything gives me some experiences, why I need to surrender to that divine? Incorrect. What we cannot comprehend in certain aspects, and where we fail to take a proper decision, there only the doer can guide you properly. That is either your parents, your guru, or that divine. So that divine is inert in you. So it always prompts what is good and what is wrong. Sometimes without your knowledge it prompts. So unintentionally or spontaneously, whatever has been prompted in your heart, that is that divine who is inert in you. So always surrender to that. Have the balanced mind and the state of oneness with that Supreme, then you can learn the righteous actions and how to balance the knowledge and how to surrender yourself with that Almighty. So this Ishavasya Upanishad has given an in-depth quintessence of this knowledge to all of us and all the seekers of knowledge. So I hope that all you might have enjoyed with this knowledge, and by next week I will come up with some other Upanishad and I will give you the in-depth of those knowledge I will share with you. Thank you one and all.